For people who care about anything, life is a scary challenge. The freelance warrior is someone who chooses to run right at it. You don't need to be the most trusted brand. You only need a moment of legitimacy with one client who's truly ready to hire a freelancer. Writers for hire are in higher demand in the information age. If you're the kind of person who loves the idea of getting paid to write, you need to know this new landscape. Not long ago, the idea to be a professional writer was one of those far-fetched, childish aspirations, like being an astronaut or a rock star. But the internet has changed everything. When I say moment of legitimacy, I'm talking about writing a proposal that gets chosen over all the other proposals. A client is looking for the perfect person to write for her or him, and there's a whole internet full of writers who will compete against you for the job. If you want to be a step ahead of the competition, take some time to build a brand image that people can check out with a Google search. Anyone who posts a paid gig and compares all the proposals will quickly notice the difference between those experienced players who have a well-developed brand with a lot of search results coming up in a Google search, and the amateurs who don't even have a brand name. Choose a brand name and be a player in the game. The game is already happening, and you can be one of the players as soon as you come up with a name for your brand. You're always in the game, because the game is the economy itself. If you're not a player, you're a pawn. You're a game piece, and you'll remain a game piece until you choose a name for your brand. When you choose a name for your brand, there's no need to be a perfectionist about it. Overthinking a decision gets us blocked. So let's allow ourselves to be a little bit quirky and whimsical. This brand is going to be awesome, but it doesn't define you. I say choose a brand name and be a player in the game, but really it's not a game at all. Your ability to earn a living is what determines whether you're going to be okay. It determines whether you can save your friends, your parents, your kids, or yourself when there's some unexpected problem that can be solved with money. Freelance warrior is a term that I use to express the freelancer's rugged self-reliance and gritty, focused way of life. The freelancer needs work, but not a job. She needs no boss to dangle a carrot or crack a whip. She is her own brand, her own boss, and her own safety net. The freelancer knows how to attack opportunities and create value to make money, crossing language barriers while giving clients more access to freelancers. The internet also creates a planet-wide change called globalization, and it mixes the cultures all together. Right now, it's creating a situation where a lot of people need to express themselves in English, and they need help to express themselves powerfully and effectively in English. Another type of paid writing gig is content marketing. Hiring great writers gives people a competitive advantage. People have to do it. Their competitors are doing it, and they have to do it in order to keep up. Anyone who wants to promote anything online needs to generate a steady stream of text content. They need help from excellent writers who will regularly publish fresh, original content to promote their brands. Another type of gig is celebrity or corporate gigs. These are the kinds of gigs you have to reach out for, be proactive, and try to get them. You can get good gigs when you have strong web presence. So start blogging to promote your brand, and it will only take a few months to build some web presence. And when you have that, when it's possible for someone to search Google and see a whole page of interesting search results, then that's when you're going to be ready to start reaching out and soliciting some celebrities and big corporate clients for lucrative ongoing gigs. And then the last category I have listed here is everything else. And what I mean by that is almost everyone I know could benefit by hiring a writer like you. Some people who don't know they need to hire a writer actually do need to hire a writer, and they won't think of the option of hiring someone to help them unless somebody like you reaches out to them and pitches the idea. People who are busy professionals are making plenty of money, and they just would really like anyone who could help them get their work back under control. Back before the dawn of the internet age, when cavemen were listening to Milli Vanilli on their cassette tapes, people could only get legitimacy by showing off college degrees and prestigious titles. But in the digital age, you can go straight to your prospective client's heart. There's something about the internet that keeps people apart, but there's also something that really brings them together in a much bigger and more significant way. The internet brings you right into the mind of the person who needs to hire a freelancer.